What's up, Dragon Brood? So today, I'm going to just kind of continue with this theme of playing the standard 2021 deck list, because y'all seem to really enjoy this. And as far as I can tell, there's not a bunch of people putting out content for it, so for now, the dragon's your guy. Or I'm your guy. I'm the dragon. I don't know, what that phrase doesn't make sense. Anyway, I am going to keep trying to bring you a few things here, at least through this week. We'll see how things go. If y'all are really interested or you have other ideas or things you want to see, let me know in the comments down below and we can keep it up for a while. I mean, we have what, 4 more weeks of this before we get new cards in Zendikar, so let's go for it. Today we're going to be talking about Menace. And this crossed my mind because we saw this kind of large chunk of the Menace cards come out with Ikoria, but we never really got any type of deck that those worked in. So I'm gonna try and see if I can piece something together. I don't have high hopes for it. I think we're still missing probably some key things to kind of carry the deck through, but we're not gonna know till we try. But you know what I'm gonna ask? If you haven't, please remember to like this video, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because that's helping us grow. As a matter of fact, we crossed 4,000. We are going past 4,100 subscribers. So thank you all for the wonderful appreciation y'all are showing me. But for now, let's go take a look at this Menace deck. Okay, so going down this list, we didn't have a really good one drop, and I think that's one of the biggest things that's a problem. Though I don't really know if it would be too powerful to have a 1/1 for 1 with Menace. Maybe. I have no idea. But this is where we're at. So we're going to play some Foulmire Knight. It does have Death Touch, so it kind of can help keep your opponent's creatures off of you a little bit. It does let us draw a card, so it's not a bad card to have in the list. We're going to play a couple of Eliminates, just a way to just spot removal some things. Labyrinth Raptor. This card's actually pretty neat, because anytime somebody does block something with Menace, because you have to double block, you get your choice of killing something. Well, you don't get to choose. The opponent has to sacrifice one of the blockers. But if your creatures don't get blocked, you do get to pump the power of all your things with Menace, and that's pretty good. Stormfist Crusader, we've seen this in the Knights decks and whatnot. This card's quality all the way around. Call the Death Dweller. I kind of want to have a third one of these in here, but this is mostly being played as kind of a late game recovery card in case things go really bad, but we'll see how that goes. Playing some Demonic Embrace. This is kind of interesting because I don't know if it's even necessary, right? Your cards are already going to be hard to block, so putting a thing on that gives it flying so they can't chump block with, I guess, a goose. So if anything, this might be the card that's wrong in the list, honestly. Grim Dancer, this gives you a choice of getting Menace, Death Touch, or Lifelink. Hunted Nightmare. If we were to play additional cards and remove something else, it would probably be more Hunted Nightmare and less Demonic Embrace. This does give something Death Touch on the opposing side. However, if your opponent has to double block all of your things, that's not the worst situation either. Murderous Rider, just a spot removal, and then, an additional 2-3 later. Frill Scar Mentor, I don't know if this card's really any good to have in here. I mean, being able to pump all your creatures regular is pretty nice, but it is slow to do what it needs to do. But it is a 3-power creature, so that's not bad, and it is only 1 red mana to be able to splash it, so that seems okay. Sonoros Howlbonder, this seems to be the card that's going to be really holding things together. I think the problem we have is that we don't have a way to pump all of our creatures' toughness, which could be a liability, but we'll see how that goes. This making all your creatures have to be blocked by 3 things, though, could be very, very good. And then, of course, Embercleave as a finisher. You're almost guaranteed to get max damage through, because your opponent has to double block everything, so if this does stick, you're probably going to punch through with whatever goes unblocked. Lands, we don't have a lot to work with. We're just playing 11 Swamps, 9 Mountains, 4 Fabled Passage. We're actually not playing any of the Temples because this feels like a deck that we need to just be hitting our things. I don't know if we could really afford for anything to come into play tap, but I say that. The more I think about it, I kind of want a couple of Temples. So let's do this. Let's cut these here, and let's just play 2 Temples. I don't want to be completely without, but this seems mostly fine. But that's it. That's the deck. I have no idea if this is going to do anything worth a dang, but, let's go play 6 or 7 games in the arena and see what happens. Great, we get to go first. Bad that this is the hand, so we got to mulligan that for sure. This we don't love, but we're probably going to have to keep it. Unfortunately, I think scrapping this, because I want to be able to keep some removal in case things don't really work out for us here. Oh, Arena's being a little bit choppy for me here, so that's not great. Alright, don't know what that means just yet. For all we know, it could be somebody playing one of our lists from the other day. And we'll just end. We can eliminate whatever they play here, and then hopefully draw a red land. That would be the preference. Oh no! Alright, well, we're just on blocking duty now. We have to be able to stop whatever they decide to attack with here. Alright, Harbinger. Oh no! Well, this is unfortunate. It's not going to be much of a game here. Alright. Alright, we'll keep this one. I would love to draw one of our 2-mana things next turn. Would be spectacular. He's such a happy little floofy dog over here. Look at that. Little like... Little rose petal. Oh, it's a butterfly. No, it's flowers. For a second, I thought it might have been a literal butterfly collar, which would have been more hilarious, but it was not. Alright. Did I give the world a Gruul list and now everybody's going to try to play it? Nope, they're going Clover. Alright, I dig this. This is going to be a problem for us. So, if they have a Bone Crusher Giant, they're going to get to kill 2 things here. So we kind of have to decide how to use our mana that's most efficient. We can put this on a thing and make it hard for them to double kill us. You know, actually, I think that's a fine plan. I don't love it, but let's go that route. And then we could cast it on something next turn, potentially. Alright, seems fine. They're at least incentivized to deal with the Stormfish Crusader now. Alright, they get some 2 ground creatures. Bone Crusher Giant still kills the Stormfish Crusader. Alright, so I think our plan is still just... Right now, I think we just play the Demonic Embrace out of the yard. We'll pay the life, put it here, discard a mountain. Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, admittedly, if they have another one, they just kill the knight. I mean, there's not a lot we can do about it. If they don't, we can at least play 2 creatures next turn. Alright, they got more ground pounders. Here comes another Bone Crusher. Yep. Alright, good news is opponent's still only at 8. And we know next turn we can get at least 5. You know, worst comes to worst. So let's do this. Let's do this. Alright, another Clover. I guess now this is where we're going to start seeing the, Oh no, okay. I thought we were going to see Brazen Bar. Still might. We still might. That's what that last card could be. Nope, they're just playing the creatures out. Okay. That could have been lots worse. So now the question is, do we... If we play this for 3... We still have a card in hand we can discard to the Demonic Embrace. So yeah, let's go ahead and draw a card. Oh, that's kind of convenient. Don't hate that. We're going to put this here. Discard this mountain. Discarding a card in addition to playing its cost. Why would it not let me play it? Oh, I spent the mana wrong. Dang it. That's a mistake. Well. How do I deal with this now? Kind of created a monster I can't fix. Yeah, we're gonna lose. I should have played that Demonic Embrace entirely different. Let's just do this. And we'll pass. Well, if we lose this, this is just because of my own stupidity. I can't even say much, honestly. Alright, Bone Crusher it is. Love Truck Beast. It is. We'll definitely block. It's not part of our equation at all. Okay, that's an interesting card. Don't hate that. Alright, let's... Yeah, we would have won this turn, actually, had I just played this last turn. I'll discard that mountain. Get in there. And then we'll leave up this Eliminate, and we'll see what happens. We are only at 8, so we can die to a lot of things here. Alright, they're cycling, looking for an answer to the Mentor, it looks like. Alright. That doesn't hurt us, so that's good news. We should be good to go from here. Yep, playing a Bone Crusher Giant does not matter. Yep, GG's. We'll kill that. We could block this. Take 4? Yeah, might as well. And then attack. Right, definitely keeping this. This is the case we're having a little Death Toucher. Might come in pretty well. However, this could just be Golgari Adventures, and that could be bad for us. It's not a matchup I would think is great. Alright, they at least got a slow start, so we get a little bit of time to build up here. Come on, kill card. That was not a kill card. That was the opposite of a kill card. So I am realizing we do need probably Bone Crusher Giants in here. We need some other amounts of like damage, or even say when the opponent goes to double block, you want to be able to like kill one of the defenders. You know, just make their life kind of difficult to deal with all your stuff. Yeah, we're just gonna attack. Why not? Alright, we're gonna play this. Give the Edgewall Innkeeper Death Touch. We're not that worried about it since we'll be able to play this Howlbonder next turn. So even if they just play out a Lovestruck Beast. Okay, they didn't. But if they did, we weren't going to be that concerned because they won't be able to block anyway. Yeah, same thing here. They're going to have 2 Death Touch things and they're going to be pointless, which is great for us. Well, I was going to do something else, but being able to kill an Edgewall Innkeeper seems pretty good. So we're going to take the opportunity while we can. Keep the opponent off cards here a little bit. If we get a land next turn, we do get our choices of things here, but it'll probably be Howlbonder and Crusader. Alright, Order of Midnight. Sure. And then replay your Order of Midnight with the land. Nope, just Valmire Knight. Okay. Well, this will be interesting. Does the opponent want to dedicate 3 things to stopping us? Let's find out. I mean, they got to put 3 things in the way, so we're going to get to kill an instant one way or the other if we really wanted it. Okay, opponent's at 7. And we possess the ability to pump twice. This pumps all creatures with Menace. So that would be everything on the table would be able to get pumped up from this. Murderous Rider puts the opponent down to 6. Oh, no, down to 5. Sorry. They will play the Murderous Rider outright. Yeah, this seems pretty good. Oh, well, that's actually great. Let's go ahead and just play this on... They have no flyers? Alright. Maybe I was wrong about this Demonic Embrace, y'all. Maybe this is what we've been wanting to do. Oh, this is a tough one. I feel like we should mulligan, but I'm going to go ahead and keep just for, you know, for science. Alright, that makes it hurt a little less. Not a lot less, but a little less. They're not doing anything? Weird. Alright, maybe they're just saving some type of a counter spell or something. Definitely going to take a swamp. Oh, this is scary. I'm going to give them one of these. I don't want to give them a Stormfist Crusader just yet. We might need the spells later. Perfect. Perfect. We are okay with that. I guess opponent's playing some type of weird control-y something. Works for me. Feel free to counter all these things. We'd rather have the higher power other things being the things that stick. I mean, this is probably just going to be like Teferi or something here. No? No Teferi. Alright. I guess we just play this. Go get Swamp. No need to mess around with it too much. Let's go with Grim Dancer. Frantic Inventory, okay. Let's give it Menace and Death Touch. I mean, they may just have something simple to kill it. Good news is Heartless Act doesn't work against it, but they could just as well have an Eliminate. Nothing, huh? I was going to say, if not, it was going to be very weird, because I was just thinking, you get Demonic Embrace out of her hand, opponent. Oh, really? Really? Wow. Is that them telling us they have a removal card here? Because that's what that feels like. But, you know, right now, I'm your Huckleberry. Let's do it. Alright, run this out there. Because if they have something like Extinction Event, it only gets one of these. Assuming Grim Dancer, which is fine, because then we could play the Demonic Embrace back out. So that'd be okay. Alright, this isn't a bad setup. This isn't bad. I feel like we play this because we can use the pump ability. Attacking? Opponent's got to kill something, right? Nothing? Alright, well, we'll try. I'm a sucker. There you go. There you go. There had to be something. Alright, opponent's at 9. We could still effectively finish this off next turn. Okay, Extinction Event for 2 makes sense. Fortunately, we have more things. So we're going to run more stuff right back out there. I guess I should have done it the other way, but it already has Menace. Ashiok? Alright. Not totally worried about Ashiok.
All your fears are given.
Okay. This is interesting because we can... Because we can kill this and then come after Ashiok, right? Ashiok's only at 6. Or we could just play the Demonic Embrace and go after Ashiok and attack the opponent, put them down to 6. I mean, that's a thing. That's probably, I mean, we could put them to 3 also. I think that's the more correct, I guess, is all I can say there. Alright, so we'll put Demonic Embrace here. We'll discard this. We'll attack. Go after Ashiok, after the opponent. Do this, so I guess if they have another thing, they will get to draw 2 cards, but we'll get 2 cards. And oh no, a Massacre Worm. Son of a... Oh, I didn't even think about that being a thing. Totally forgot that was a card for a second. Oh, this could hurt. Oh boy. Alright, I guess that's it. Yahoo, I got lucky. Thought they had something else with that 1 mana. We go first. This isn't great, but I'm going to keep it, honestly. I feel like if we get lucky and can draw a 2 mana thing, this hand's actually pretty exceptional. If not, then we're just going to struggle, and that's okay. Sometimes life's a struggle. Another one of these little pretty dogs. Look at that. That's excellent. We have so many 2 mana things. It's not that hard for us to draw it, I guess. Alright, playing against a Temur deck. Alright, that came in tapped, so that's the good news. We're likely not going to do much this turn. Innkeeper, fine. I feel like we attack here. I doubt the opponent's going to block. That wouldn't make sense. And then I'm going to play Grim Dancer here, actually, so we can maximize damage next turn, I think. Let's go with... I think Death Touch and Menace is going to be the plan. Especially since we're going to make it where everything has to be blocked by 3 or more. They're almost going to have a turn where maybe they play Clover here and then play something... Bone Crusher Giant next turn or whatnot, but since we have 2 Howlbonders and we have a Demonic Embrace, probably not terrible here. Assume they're going to kill this and a Stormfish Crusader next turn, because that would make sense. Then we could play this next turn. I mean, we could... Thing is, we could... This is tough because we can actually protect something here. So we could put this on the Stormfish Crusader and force them to have 2 answers. Though the answer could just as well be Brazen Bar. And then we'd just be kind of in bad shape. Which would not be ideal. But... I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to play this or really play this turn, I think is where I'm at. I think we're just going to attack with these. See what the opponent decides to do. I mean, this is 6 damage. And they can only really block 1 of it. So this isn't a slam dunk decision for them. Unfortunately, we are holding a bunch of 3 mana things, so we don't really have a real play here next turn. I mean, we're kind of... We get to choose to play 1 spell this turn and 1 spell next turn. Unless maybe we draw a Foulmire Knight or something. Okay, now this gets interesting now. The opponents decided to block with the Edgewall Innkeeper. So they must not have a big setup coming. So here, I'm going to assume their hand is some combination of... I would assume Brazen Bar and Bone Crusher Giant. So knowing that, we don't want to waste the Demonic Embrace. And I'm going to go here and just, again, go with Death Touch and Menace. I probably could have went Lifelink and Menace. Might have been smarter, actually. Though, if they're getting picked up, I'm going to get to reset the counters anyway. If they don't get picked up, then the game's nearly over. Alright, so we can get hit with 2 2-mana Adventures here. And then we would want to draw a land just so we could play, like, Crusader and something the following turn. Alright. This doesn't change much other than the fact that it means we're going to get... Well... They played a land this turn. So maybe... I mean, we get either Bone Crusher Giant or Brazen Bar. We don't get both. Which is fine by us. That's the preferred scenario, really. Another Beanstalk Giant. Okay. Still's going to allow them to get 2 mana into play. So that still doesn't change anything. It's just which one we get hit by. So if they get red, we know it's Bone Crusher Giant. If it's blue, okay, we know it's Brazen Bar. There you go. That's all we needed to know. Do we go ahead and fish a land here? I'm going to say... Well, they're going to pick up both Grim Dancers, right? I'm going to say no. Let's draw. Because if we get another 2 mana thing, I want to see if maybe one of these cards is a land as well. Alright, there's 1 land. Alright. That kind of helps. Opponent's at 8. We attack. They bounce Grim Dancers. Then we replay Grim Dancer and Knight. Probably. I think. And the opponent's at 5. I mean, they have to bounce stuff or they just die here. That's not... Yeah, okay. I was going to say, that didn't make any sense if they did. Yep, works for me. Also works for me. The only downside is they do have a Brazen Bar, which makes this a little worse because they'll be able to block. So, we don't love that. But, if it's what we got, it's what we got. Let's go ahead and replay Grim Dancer. I'm going to go Menace. I guess we are going to go Death Touch now. Because the opponent now has the ability to just play Beanstalk Giants and stuff. And then I think we just go ahead and play a Foulmire Knight. See if we can just create some favorable scenarios. The opponent is at 6. Let's see what happens. I mean, they've got all the action in their hand. They can do whatever they want here. The good news is they don't know we have Howlbonders. That's still a thing. Alright, there's a Bone Crusher Giant. We knew that was a realistic possibility. So no surprises there. Oh, this could be good. Because if they don't leave mana open for Brazen Bar, game's over. Ah, they are. Dang it. Ah, boy. Honestly, now we want to draw another land, so if they have another Brazen Bar, we could pick this up and then replay it. Alright, I'm not going to use that. That's interesting, though. This, Ah, that does make things a bit more unique. Let's see. Alright, so if we kill an Innkeeper. Not the card we were hoping to draw, but it's not a bad one here. Alright, there's the other Brazen Bar. Okay. Totally fine. Resolves. Let's go get another swamp. I guess I should have tapped differently, so I could have afforded to go get a mountain here. Because there is a chance we just draw Embercleave. Alright, let's see what the opponent does here. They still don't know about Demonic Embrace. They still don't know about the Howlbonder. We have outs. Like, we have things we can do. We kind of just need them to tap to play their giant here. They're going to play Love Struck Beast instead. That doesn't help us. Alright, tap just a little more so you can't Brazen Bar our opponent. That's all we want you to do. They didn't play a Beanstalk Giant, so what are these last two cards? They're thinking about it pretty hard. I wonder, though, with what they've seen, you assume we're just playing a Menace deck, right? Or, I don't know, maybe it just looks like a weird red-black aggro deck to them. So that kind of makes sense. We just need them to not be able to Brazen Bar. That's it. Just tap enough where you don't have 3 mana open. Uh-oh, did they disconnect? Oh no! Come on, opponent. This had potential. Alright, they have some timeouts. So maybe they'll hop back in here. Oh, actually, if we draw another land, it doesn't matter anyway, right? Because... Oh, it doesn't matter because it would fly. They need to have 2 blockers. Duh, even if we don't get the land. Forgot, Menace works when you fly, too, as it turns out. Alright, then I mean, I guess that's what we do. Yeah, it looks like they may have disconnected. Or something. I don't know. Maybe they were thinking and just ran out. But now, well, I don't know. Now they're not responding. I'm assuming it's a DC situation. To be fair, I don't feel too bad about the thing. I feel like we could have still won from here. Regardless. Because, like, we're at 17. Worst case scenario. Then we just start playing these out. And just play that. Alright, they're cashing Brazen Bar. Seeing if they could find an answer. They don't have it. We attack for 6. That's exactly. This is odd. I'm going to keep just because we can cast things. This is actually a pretty bad hand because we need to both draw our other actual things. And a fair amount of our stuff actually has red in it as well. So that doesn't help. But maybe we'll get some damage in. I'm going to go ahead and save this second one as long as we can so we can go ahead and draw the card from it. Make use of the utility it provides. And then we're just going to pass. We can eliminate something here, potentially. Oh, we will gladly eliminate that. We don't like those. Yeah, let's attack. Do we want to do this? You know what? Let's just end the turn. Because it's an instant, so we don't have to do it now. In the event something crazy happened, we could get rid of a thing. They would get a fairy here. Do we care about the fairy is kind of the other thing. We can put... Oh, we can't yet. We gotta draw a red land. I have a quandary of a situation here. This feels wasteful to do this, but I think I want to do it anyway. In the future, do as I say, not as I do. That's a bad play there. But we're going to go ahead and get this out. It does give us some life gain. Buys us a little bit of time as we need it. We're going to end the turn. I would like to get some Menace things out here, because that's what we're trying to do. Alright. So I'm assuming their plan is going to be to cycle, get a second thing here probably, which is fine. The good news is they don't really gain a lot against us, because as we do get Menace things, they're going to have to use multiple tokens to do anything to us. So knowing how those decks tend to win, I think I'm just going to go Lifelink and Menace. could be a bad choice, but we'll find out. And we're going to end the turn. I think I'm still going to save this to draw a card later. Just having the 1/1 to be able to block, or get blocked, isn't really where we want to be. Opponent making some tokens here. Doesn't hurt us. They may be looking to just Zenith our Grim Dancer. Well, we have a great eliminate target. I can tell you that. That is faux show. Alright. That is also good for later. We don't want to blow that just yet. Question is, if we attack, opponent blocks, cycle a card, turn that into a 3/3. We just kill it. There's really not a lot to gain from not... Yeah, let's just do this. We really just end up getting to kill one less token and blah blah. Like this, it's just getting too tricky for no reason. Okay, so here the opponent's choosing not to block, which says they're probably setting up to get enough tokens to block down a Grim Dancer. So I'm wondering if we just... Our plan should be to play this, let them block with 4 things, which sounds a little bit crazy. I think I'm just going to go ahead and play this now. I mean, if it gets chumped, fine, but if their plan is to just block down the Grim Dancer anyway, it doesn't really matter. And the good news is we're at 25. They've got about, what, 11, 12 cards here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Okay. So, still not terrible. Alright, this will get them 2 tokens here. I'm assuming they have a way to cycle. Absolutely. Oh, and no red mana. That is the worst feeling. That is the worst. Oh, boy. Well, our Kingdom for a red land at any point here would have been amazing. Alright, so we can attack. The opponent can block down completely and kill something. They'll be back to 4 blockers, but they'll take 4 damage and be at 6. So that's not irrelevant. I think we do this. And then force them into a choice at least. I mean, yeah, just use all the tokens. Alright. I mean, they're going to get back to 4 fairies again. Man, no red land here really has crushed us this game. Alright, so using a Zenith. Going up to 18. Which is now going to make it very hard to kill them. And no real tricks to speak of here. I think if we drew the land, if we'd have drawn like red land back to back, I think we've been okay. Here I don't think we can do it. Alright, I'm gonna call it good there. Don't like this. They're gonna mulligan it. This is better. Guess we get rid of Murderous Rider. I mean, this hand's not great. We have a single threat. Once it dies, we're in trouble. Yeah, I mean, when you're playing this format, normally I'd kind of look at something like Scour Barons and be like, ugh, why are people playing that? But in this format, it makes sense. You don't have that many multi-lands, so if you want to make sure you have your lands on time, I mean, that's one way you can do it. If you're playing a slower deck, I mean, gaining life is okay. Speaker, we don't want that to happen. Though that's pretty cool with that, though, if you gain life and whatnot. This is not good. Where are mana's at? Alright, Christian. Well, the good news is they can't block us. Bad news is how do we eventually just get through this? I mean, guess we kill that. I mean, once they start playing down multiple creatures, we're going to be in trouble. Okay, Griffin area, if you gain at least 3. Alright, so they're going to get at least 1 2/2 here. Which is bad for us. Come on, land! Ah! Why? 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 Oh, gosh. So many things we could do. This would have been huge here, actually. I mean, I don't even know what else to do here. I guess this is the plan. We can put the opponent to 10. We can attack for 6. Maybe if we draw a land. There's a Heliod. You can get to put a counter on the thing. So that's pretty big. I mean, I guess it's a matter if they want to run their speaker into something. They're going to revitalize. Doesn't leave them mana to put anything. They just get a card. So they don't get a... Oh, no, they get the token for free. That's unfortunate. Alright, 3/3 thing. Alright, we go to 13. Opponent's at 15. That does matter. These cards also matter. Opponent's at 13, so we can't kill them from here. So that's not a viable solution. We're not far from Heliod becoming live, though. 1, 2, 3. What's the plan here? I mean, if we embrace, they can't block. That's guaranteed 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we could potentially kill them next turn. But they could kill us too. 3, 4, 5, 6. Any way to put a counter is 7, and then we'd take our own 9. So we'd be pretty close. So let's... Much as I don't want to, I feel like I need to eliminate... Man, the opponent goes to 7 if we do that. Yeah, that's probably correct. Don't love it, but I think it's what we have to do. I mean, plus we can just pump down the rest of the way. Let's discard this. So, I mean, this is going to put the opponent at 5. So we take 3, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Alright, can we win from here? I think so. Well, they're going to get a second blocker, though. Ugh. Alright, so we're going to deal 2 across the board. Oh no, we're dead. We're going to die to our own Crusaders. Yep. Dang it. Alright, we got 3 lands this time. It's kind of what we want. Generally prefer it to be in the combination of 2 black and a red, but this isn't bad. We'll take it. Charm Stray. Alright, some other life gain stuff we're going to have to find a way to work around. Not the worst, though. I'm actually going to wait on that because we have this and we can give this Menace. Don't necessarily want to just run it in unnecessarily. Glass Casket. Okay, wow. Did not see that coming. Great, no block. You can have that one, opponent. And we'll get in there for our 1. Alright, there's a Venerable Knights. So this is just like a white weenie aggro-ish situation. Alright, I kind of dig it. Alright, this has to come in tapped. We will leave an Embercleave on top. One of the few times we're going to get to cast it today, I think. Let's go ahead and pass. And let's see what the opponent does. They might just be playing, like, I don't know. Give all your creatures +1/+1, something like that here. We can also... Well, we don't... Well, we do have a thing with Menace. That is relevant. Let's not do that. Let's just kill this. No blocks. We have enough life. We can take that. Tactician. That's a thing we don't see too often. Let's give this Menace and I get Death Touch because there's a chance we're going to play an Embercleave on it soon. And I'm willing to go ahead and straight up attack with that, I think. If your opponent wants a block, we get to kill a Tactician with it, so that's okay. Alright, we take our 2. Another Venerable Knight. That's reasonable, but nothing in the yard, sadly. Alright, so the opponent can only really effectively block a Frill Scare, maybe? Uh, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm just thinking about, like, if that's like a Basri's whatever Solidarity that puts a +1/+1 on everything, and then they get the enchantment that gives our creatures +1/+1, that could be bad. But I'm just willing to gamble here. Hoping they block up in a way that they don't get to crush us. Alright, so that at least prevents the likelihood of that happening. Okay, opponent's at 8. We have an Embercleave already down. We have a couple of things with Menace. 3, 4, 5, 6 puts us to 9. Opponent's at 9. Giant Killer. Don't think that does it since you can't block our things. Yeah, we just Embercleave up, and that's 9. That's interesting. You know, the deck performed better than I thought it would. Definitely, as usual, you're going to be able to get the updated version down in the description below if you follow the link. It takes you to my Aetherhub page where the deck will be posted. I will say this list does need Bonecrusher Giants. The Frill Scare Mentor, I think it is, the 3/2. It's just bad. It doesn't belong in the deck. It doesn't do anything. It's too slow. Bonecrusher would solve, because really if you look at the games we lost, the ones we mostly lost were either due to land issues because we didn't draw enough, or it was like against the life gain decks. Oddly, we performed pretty well against the Adventures decks, which is kind of cool. So, but yeah, against the life gain decks, I think if we do have the Bonecrusher Giants, would be much better off than having the Frill Scare, honestly. It doesn't do anything. So I think making that change is probably one of the best things we could do here, honestly. So the deck's playable in this thing, which is kind of strange. I'm probably, like I said, I'm going to add some Bonecrushers, and I think I'm going to clean it up a little bit and maybe also go heavier on the 3/3s and the 4/3s. Because that is a little bit of a thing, is you just want to have damage to be able to finish with. So, gonna check that out. And honestly, we were kind of wrong in the Demonic Embrace. Turns out that card is very, very good for this list, because when you have that and you have Menace, it's pretty good. So yeah, overall, I give it a thumbs up. Maybe I give it like a 3/4 thumbs up. I don't really know. How much am I gonna play it? Probably not a whole lot, but it is interesting. And it's not like, though it's very straightforward, it's not just like boring and dumb straightforward. Like, there are decisions to be made as far as when and how you play your cards. So I like it. If you've been looking for a chance to play Menace, download the list down below and check it out. And remember, if you haven't, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and then come on back. We're gonna have more of these standard 2021 deck lists for sure. Seems like you like them, so I'm going to keep putting them out. Come on back sometime. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.